location. So that is participation as well. Participation through consultation processes.
घंटों में उसको बांट दिया गया है। हमने जब एक पूरा प्रशिक्षण लिया तो उसके जरिए पता चला कि हम कहीं ना कहीं आपकी आ जाती है जो अजीत का वाला प्रोग्राम है और ट्रेनिंग की और
which has computer, which has internet, has used on this front. Entire time that I've been working on community media and community radio, there have been a number of observations. I hope my presentation today, and it does overlap a lot of what you say in many ways, and it supplements and complements it in many ways. A number of these are observations that I've come up with, observations that have been placed before me in meetings. I'm not saying I have any solutions. I'm not even saying that the questions I'm raising are questions. That's up to you to debate and tell me whether it makes any sense. I hope this will provide some food for thought in the question and answer and discussion session that will follow. And I hope it will provoke enough people to get some strong reactions as well at the same time. Because some of what I'm going to say, I hope, will be stuff you disagree with strongly. And so it should be, because that's the essence of discussion. So, to start with, we've been talking for the last 2 days and at the previous CR Sammelan, all those little times when we meet in between about sustainability, as Stalin has said, there are a number of issues that keep kicking on. Let me throw open a few thoughts here, especially in terms of refocusing that debate, because I think our esteemed colleagues yesterday very clearly managed to put across what they felt were the key elements of sustainability at an individual station level. There were issues around financial sustainability, there were issues around human resource sustainability, a variety of things. I'd like to take a step back because I think we also need to refocus a little bit on what we are trying to do here with community radio in the first place, because I think we are beginning to lose a little bit of sight of that. Sustainability gives us all a lot of sleepless nights. We wonder about where the money is going to come from, we wonder about how we are going to continue this process, we wonder about how we are going to start something new, how we are going to expand. It's quite a perplexing thing, I have to say that. Some of you may end up looking like that after a particularly hard day trying to meet some donors and funders and things like that. But sustainability to me is not just an issue that an individual station has to deal with. Of course you need to think about the money, of course you need to think about where the next day's programming is going to come from or how you're going to work on it. But it is also something you need to look at a larger platform. It needs to be looked at by policymakers, it needs to be looked at by the CRS associations, it needs to be looked at by other stakeholders, and within that I'm including a lot of different types of organizations. Other ministries, yesterday we heard that many of the ministries were just not aware of the fact that CRs were even there and the possible medium for them to interact with. We heard about other organizations, district level administration processes, which did not know that there was even a CR in the same district. These are processes we need to engage with if we are to talk about the larger picture sustainability of community radio stations. Making the CR movement itself sustainable, and that's something that wasn't so far off when we were several years ago when we were thinking of it as a movement, is the only way to ensure that each one of your stations is going to be sustainable individually. Because without that context, we're all just fighting our own little battles in our own little places, trying to tell people what CR is about and trying to tell other stakeholders what CR is about. I've split this up into a series of challenges, ideas for you to think about. The first challenge, our colleague from South Africa used a very nice phrase, which I've also used. It was nice that there was an overlap in our understanding of it, an enabling environment for community radio. He told you their approach to it, which was to create a body, an autonomous body, which would actually in some ways present a kind of, pose a kind of grandfatherly, fatherly, whatever, incubating approach to diversity of media. I'm looking at it in 4 different ways. One, awareness building is a word we often throw up in our discussions on bringing community radio to the fore. But awareness building of whom, for what, in all its different aspects is something we don't discuss enough. Awareness building isn't just about holding a series of workshops and telling people, Samudaya Radio aa gaya, community radio is here. It's also about telling people, binding them into different processes and different interactions that can bring not only communities together, but like I said, other stakeholders together. We'll talk about that a little further. 2, building a structure for self-regulation and an ethical code which we can all subscribe to, because there's still a lot of ethical process confusion about what constitutes, how do we do this, what are the procedures we need to follow, and the answer to that is there isn't one way. But let's discuss it first because we haven't engaged with that topic enough. The third, technology. still a matter plaguing a lot of people. You've heard a lot of people over the last 2 days say, if we knew about this, it would have been better. Oh, we didn't know you could do that. What constitutes an unethical? We need to work on better and more economical technological options for this much, etc., etc. This is the only way we're going to ensure that it's not constantly a scramble to catch up with this technology or that technology, because that's beginning to pose an unnecessary challenge when that shouldn't. 4, empowering local networks of CR stations. Though there's been a lot of talk about creating state chapters, of local chapters, groups of CR stations that can work together, that hasn't actually happened to the extent it could have in the last 3 years. At one of Nomads, we've talked about it. I remember being interactions 3 years ago now nearly, where we said let's do a Maharashtra chapter. And it stopped. Nobody really knows why. Mainly it started, I suspect, because of our own inaction. It could have very easily happened. We just didn't do it. Why we didn't do it is something I'd like to debate. Now everyone's going to immediately be up in arms, and this is going to look like old wine and new bottle. We did awareness workshops. We have CR associations already. We can't think about the larger picture when we are struggling on a day-to-day basis. And all that is true too. But we've got to find something where we all agree on. Let's look at one subset of that first challenge. Awareness building. It's not about just telling NGOs or educational institutions to set up CR. It's about, I'm sorry, it's vanished for some reason, which should tell you what a challenge technology is. Yeah, it shouldn't go off like that.